Welcome back, Forester Dragons, for our last step of our castle creation. Today we're going to finish up with the color and our background to our castle. So to start our background, we're going to take two separate pieces of paper. And the reason Miss Eskew uses two is because I don't know if you have big paper at home or not. So I just build on the regular size paper. So I'm going to take one end. Let me make sure you can see me here. I'm going to take the long end, the horizontal end, and do like a zigzag of glue. So it's all up and down this edge right here, the long edge, the horizontal edge. Then I'm going to glue another paper on top, like that, so it's nice and big. Then I'm going to take my castle paper and glue it on top of that. Okay. Make sure you glue it really well and get your edges and everything. It's right in the middle. Then I'm going to decide what's around my castle. Does it have a moat? Does it have, is it on a mountain? Is it on a cloud? I think I'm going to make mine on a cloud. So I could draw literally, I'm just going to use my marker, my permanent marker, not a washable. And I'm going to kind of come about halfway or maybe a fourth of the way up the castle here and just make a curved line and make some more curved lines because mine is in the clouds. So see how I just made some curvy lines like it's in the clouds? Okay. Now back here, remember I told you we're going to do those lines to show movement, that starry night effect? Well, we have to use crayons for that. Now, you know, in this one, I used yellow, and I actually have spots with white. I think I'm going to do some, like more of I'm going to use yellow again, but I'm also going to do some dark grays and maybe some blacks, like it's a little stormy. I might use some white too. Okay, so I've got them all laid out here for me. And then I'm going to start to create those swirls. So I'm going to draw a line, a curved line, and I might swirl it in. And I'm going to do that over and over in my sky, all over the place. Okay. I'm just using the same color right now. Now I'm going to layer with the other colors, but I'm just making sure I'm getting this one. Okay. Now, I also want to create those stars though, so that's what I'm going to use my yellow for. I'm going to start with a dot, a pretty big dot, like a circle. And then I'm going to do little dashes all around that broken line going in a circle, radiating from the center. So I'm going to make a few stars like that throughout the paper. And I want them different sizes. So some may be really big and some may be teeny tiny. Okay. But I want to be sure I put them all over. If you want to make a big moon or a big sun or whatever you want to do, then I guess these wouldn't be, well, they could be, I guess, really bright stars at night, but you can make that too. So you can see I've made stars everywhere with the dot, right? And then the dashes around. Now I'm going to use some of the other grays I have not used, and you're welcome to use other colors. Notice how I'm doing them right underneath the other gray, making that curved line, creating this movement like the wind is blowing. I can even curl it up and over, and it can overlap with my stars, whatever I need to do to create that. I'm going to go in here with a black to make it a little darker. Okay, this is, and I can even make some of these lines in different areas. It doesn't have to all be together. So I can come in here and make some other extra black lines. Okay. Okay. I think I've got my sky with all its lines ready to go. Now we're going to talk about how you're going to color both this, your dragon, and you. Okay. Any small details you have, so like around the windows or the windows in general. Let's see, like the knob on top of the flag, this small trim to the door frame. I'm going to use colors, crayons for that. So you want to press hard, and in those areas you want to use crayon only on, and I'm going to use, because the crayon is a resist, and we're going to be using washable marker in the other areas to kind of create sort of a watercolor look. Okay, I'm even going to go, these windows are big enough, I'm going to use the marker in there, but these tiny windows, I don't even think I can get color inside. And you can use different colors. You don't need all of your trim the same. Miss Eskew's just doing this tower kind of all the same, but I'm going to leave it like that. Then I'm going to come over to this one, and I may change it a little bit. Maybe I want the trim, the steep gray, actually the steep gray, and just around the windows. Inside the windows, I'm actually going to use marker, and I'll show you what I'm going to do in a little bit. So I'm going to go around the windows, and I think around the door trim, I want to do, maybe I'll do, no, I'll use this brown. Okay. And I'm going to do this below the windows too. And I forgot to add my curtain on here. I'm going to add that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish doing all my small areas, and then I'm going to show you our next step. Okay, I wanted to show you, I used the crayons in all the small areas. So if the window was really tiny, I colored all the way in. I colored the curtains one color, I colored the light inside, the trim, the bottom. I wanted to show you this way. On this side, I was keeping it uniform, gray, yellow, purple, brown. But then over here, I went kind of artsy, and each window is a different color. You can do whatever works for you. So I got all the small details, even the flags colored. Then I went on to the princess and the knight, and I went ahead and I colored the face and the hair. I like using the crayons on the hair because I can blend multiple colors, but I left her dress and her crown not colored yet. On the dragon, I did his horns and his tail because they're small. I want to show you what the next step is going to be. So we're going to take the washable markers now. So these are all my washable markers. And I'm going to start to put the color I want. So for her crown, I guess I'll do, but I'm only going to outline. So I'm going to outline the black. I'm going to show you. It may be a few lines in the middle. And then I want the jewels on her crown. So I'm only outlining inside. And even on her dress down here, I'm going to use 2 shades, red and purple. Okay, now I'm not coloring in, I'm outlining. Okay, so you can still see the white in the center. And I'm going to show you why in a minute. So on the knight, I'm going to take that black washable because I want it to kind of have a gray feel. And I'm just drawing lines. I'm not coloring. I'm not coloring. I'm just drawing the lines, kind of like an outline in the middle. And I'm going to show you why in just a minute. This is a different technique we're going to use. So notice that there's still white showing. Okay, the dragon, the same thing. And I actually was going to make this dragon some blue. So I'm just going to outline his body. This part with blue, I may put one blue stripe in the middle. I'm going to outline his head, his nose, his mouth, his teeth, his eye. So I'm just outlining. Then I'm going to do his legs, his arms. Okay. And then for his tail and his tummy, I'm going to use orange. Just outlining. And on his wings. Okay. Just outlining. I'm going to set him aside. And now I'm going to do the same to my castle. I'm going to go ahead and remember, you can make it very colorful or do all your towers the same color. For me, I kind of like lots of color. I'm going to go ahead and pause it and finish outlining everything. Remember, you're going to outline the windows, the sides of the walls. You're just outlining. But I'm going to pause it and then I'll get back with you and show you the next step. Okay. Okay, I've now colored or traced everything. If it was a wide area, you can see how I might have put an extra line. Do you see that? But I traced everything, my doors, everything is traced. And look how colorful I made it. I did keep it consistent with tower, but you don't have to do that either. Okay, then you're going to get a cup of water with a brush, and you're going to use the brush to bleed one area at a time. That means I'm going to wet that purple marker and spread it over just that area. Don't rub too hard, otherwise you're going to tear your paper. And don't go across areas, otherwise all the colors will mix together. So I'm just going to take each area and do that. I'm also going to do it on my crown, wherever I have that washable marker outline, and on my dragon. I'm going to pause it and finish that process, and then I'm going to get back to you. Oh, one more thing. In your sky, take a washable marker too, consistent with the colors you used. And when I'm using those, when I'm creating those marker lines, I'm making them big. I'm pushing hard and making bold lines. So I'm going to kind of get in here and make those bold lines around my stars and my wind. I can draw on top of them too. And I'm going to make bold lines. Whenever I outline, I'm pressing hard with the marker so I can get that wide line, not a skinny line, a wide line. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of outline all my wind, all my star, and make sure I have my sky filled. You can kind of see that now. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it and finish using the water to blend the colors, and then I'm going to show you that. Remember, don't blend all. Blend one section at a time. See how on the lines, even on the night, I'm just kind of going over them with the water, and it's filling in the white space but leaving me that line, those details. I left the bottom of this white for the cloud. If you put it on a mountain or in grass or a moat with water, then you're going to need to use those washable markers to create lines, just like we did up here, and then use the water on top. Next, you're going to cut these, your knight or you out, your dragon out, and glue it onto your picture. And then you're all done. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye-bye.